Okay, now we will be doing the advanced previous questions based. These are not previous exam questions. These are the previous advanced examination based, but we will be solving the more than one correct options. Okay. So this will be most of the questions will be completely based, only values changed or nearby questions are framed. So this will definitely improve your score in the forthcoming advanced examinations. Okay. And I will be explaining with complete approach. If at all trick is there, I will tell you the tricks to approach so that you can reach the accurate answer. Okay. Okay, here is the first question from the very basic chapter, atomic structure. Chapter is basic, topic is basic, but framing of question is very advanced level. Understood? The orbital diagram in which half bow principle is not violated. Okay, you should know everything. Partial, you will answer as if partial marking is not there. Understood? So more than one correct. Let us see who will select the maximum and correct answers. Okay, see here how strategically question is based. See, here we have to find out the half bow principle is not violated. Only half bow principle says that you should fill the orbital after filling up the lower energy. How you are filling up the higher energy, that is not about the half bow. Okay. See, this is filled, you filled anyway, but after filling only you should fill this. So is it violated? No, it is not violated. Here, without filling this, he entered into this. That's why it is violated. With filling and filled here, not violated. Okay, and here filling, it is uh, here after filling up this. Okay, actually here you need not to worry about the capacity. You need not to worry about the capacity. Okay, because each orbital can contain 2 electrons only. That is not Aufbau principle. It should be filled. So it is more than filled or less than filled, that you should decide. More than filled also, no problem. So answer will be A, comma C, comma D. Okay. Options are which are correct? A, C, D are correct. Without filling, if I enter his this, then it is Aufbau principle is violated. So what are the correct answer? A, C, D are correct answer. Why it is correct? Is it understood? So that is how the difference between the simple mains question, needs question, and advanced question. Okay, next question is again multi-concept. Somewhere you have to use the inert pair effect, somewhere you have to use the oxidation state with down the group or down the with respect to period. Okay, so let's hope you will use all the combinations so that you can get the correct answer. So here the all options are correct. Okay, all options are correct. Is it understood? See, simply here it is depending on the inert pair effect. Down the group, these are all belongs to 14th group element. Where they belong to? They belong to 14th group element. 14th group element exhibits two oxidation state +2 and +4. Okay, so +2 stability improves down the group, +4 stability decreases down the group. Okay, so based on that, all four options are correct. Answer to this question is A, B, C, and D. So here I am reading out this, maybe not visible properly. X is here. This is the plus mark and bromine, hydrogen, chlorine, and iodine. Okay. Y is equal to iodine, hydrogen, chlorine, and bromine. X and Y are enantiomers, identical, optically inactive, diastereomers. Okay, very simple and direct question. Most of you can give the direct answer. Okay, see here. I will tell you how to identify the trick. Understood? When you are making even number of interchanges, when you are making how many even number of interchanges, you are getting this. Okay. So even number of interchanges. What are that even number of interchanges? See here. First hydrogen and iodine interchanged. Okay. Then hydrogen and bromine interchanged. How many interchanges are taking place? Two interchanges are taking place. So once two interchanges are taking place, that product and individual initial reactant are identical. So B answer. Is it understood? If the interchanges are odd number, 1, 3, 5, 7 interchanges, then they will be enantiomer to each other. Okay. Optically inactive, we cannot say because this is a steric center. Understood? All four groups attached on this carbon are different, therefore optically active. So this cannot be answered. For diastereomers, at least how many stereo centers are required? Two stereo centers are required at least. Okay. Two optically active compounds which are not enantiomer mirror images of each other, then only we call it as a diastereomers. Okay. So here there is only one stereo center is there, therefore it cannot be diastereomers. Two stereo centers if it is there, then we can say it is a diastereomer or simple. Is it understood how to approach? So in this multi concept, multi correct option, but answer is only one. Okay. Okay, next question. Which of the following are more acidic than CHF2Cl? Okay, option A CHCl3, option B CHFCl2, option C CHF3, option D CH4. Which is more acidic than CHF2Cl? Okay, to check the whether it is more acidic or less acidic. Acidic means the tendency to lose H plus. Okay. So if H plus is lost, then it is going to be negative. Understood? Carboanion. This carboanion, the lone pair, can be resonance stabilized. What stabilized? Resonance stabilized in the d orbital. Okay, in the d orbital of chlorine. So more number of resonating structures are here. Okay, so here less number of resonating structures. Sorry, but in comparison to this, more number of resonating structures. And here, what is the option? More minus I group. Okay, so with respect to this, why this is more acidic? Because H plus loss, this lone pair can be delocalized into d orbital of both chlorine. Lone pair can be delocalized into uh, 3 chlorine d orbital, and more minus I effect. Minus I effect improves the acidic strength. So answers are, what are the answers? A, B, and C. Okay, what are the answers? A, B, and C. Okay, next question. The element atomic number 25 XY plus, okay, has spin magnetic moment of 1.732 Bohr magnetons. Then number of unpaired electron equal to 1, or number of unpaired electron is equal to 2, Y is equal to 4, or Y is equal to 6. Okay, see here it is 25 atomic number. If you remember the element with atomic number, it will be accurate and fast. It will be manganese. Okay, and see 1.732 is root 3. So to get root 3, it should be 1 into 1 plus 2. Okay, so number of unpaired, n into n plus 2, number of unpaired will be 1. So number of unpaired will be 1. So A option is correct. Now to keep one unpaid, how much charge you have to give? Okay, to keep one unpaid, how much charge you have to give? Is it understood? Manganese, it will be 4s2 3d5. Okay, so 5 unpaid are here. If I remove 6 electron, then I will get one unpaid in 3D. Okay. So that time y is equal to 6. So what are the correct options? A comma D are the correct option. A comma D are the correct option. Is that understood? Okay. See here, next question. 12 grams of calcium carbonate sample with non-volatile impurities. On complete decomposition, left 7.6 grams of residue. What is the percentage of impurities in the sample? Okay. Option A 16.6%, option B 32.4%, option B 12.6%, and option D 38.2%. Don't be in hurry. What you have to do, you have to give the maximum correct answer. Okay, obviously this is going to be the single correct options. Okay, okay, see here, 12 minus 7.6. Okay, residue leftover is 7.6. 12 gram was the initially. So 12 minus 7.6. So that means 4.4 grams. Okay, so you must be knowing that CaCO3 mass is how much? 100 gram. 100 gram, it should give the 5.56 residue. How much residue it should give? 5.6 grams residue. Sorry, 56 grams. Okay. If it gives 56 grams, that means 100 grams will be the initial condition. But here, how much it is giving? 5.6 gram. Okay. So the 5.6 gram, then it will be 10 grams. So out of 12 grams, only 10 grams are the CaCO3. Only 10 grams are the CaCO3. So remaining how much it is? 2 grams is the impurity. 2 gram is the impurity. So 2 divided by 12 into 100. Then you will get answer of 16.6. Is this understood? Any doubt into this? 4.4 grams it is giving. So 4.4, that means 5.6 gram. Okay, 4.4 grams is what? Calcium, carbon dioxide, 44 grams. Okay, so 7.6, 4.4 grams of carbon dioxide, 5.6 grams of CaO. Okay, then it is total, it is giving 10 grams only. That means out of this 10 gram, out of this 12 grams, only 10 grams were impurity, 10 grams was CaCO3, rest all was impurity. Okay, so note down this very special condition, note down. Okay, this question is based on the equivalent factor, finding the equivalent factor, and during the reaction, equivalent moles must be same. Okay, so initially 0.3 moles of KMnO4 can oxidize X grams of impurities in a lake in acidic medium, which could serve the same purpose. That means in place of the KMnO4 0.3 moles, what we can use for the same thing. Okay. Okay, simply if the same work is to be done, then its equivalent moles and everybody's equivalent mole must be same. Okay. So 0.3 into KMnO4 in acidic medium. What is the equivalent factor? What is the equivalent factor of KMnO4 in acidic medium? Very good. 5 into 0.3. How much you will get? 1.5, I think. 5 into 0.3, 1.5 or not. Now cross check where you are getting 1.5. Okay. So 0.25 into K2Cr2O7. What is the equivalent factor? Equivalent factor of K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium is 6, my dear students. Chromium changes oxidation number by 3, but 2 chromium are there. So 6. 6 into 0.25. How much you will get? 1.5. So here also same thing. Okay. 0.5 into mild base. Okay. A and B. Already I told you, I think A and B. 531. Is it understood? 531. Okay. So here 3 into 0.5. So it is also 1.5. Here also you will get 1.5. Here also you will get 1.5. So answers are A, B, C and D. Is that clear to all of you? Note down this question very carefully. Okay, all of you must be aware during the molecular orbital theory we will study px, py and pz. Okay, sigma px, sigma py, sorry, pi px, pi py, then pz is the z axis is the molecular axis. By considering molecular axis as z-axis, which of the linear combination of atomic orbitals are allowed? Okay, options you have to tell. LCAO means linear combination of atomic orbital. Okay, so it is a part of molecular orbital theory. Special digital board, multicolored lecture is given on this. Okay, you can cross check if you have any wrong concepts. Okay, answer to this question is B, C, and D. See, they are in the different planes. They are in what? Different planes. Px and Py. That's why not allowed. Okay. Bonding between S and P is okay. Bonding between Px and Px is okay. Okay. And PZ is also okay. But linear combination cannot take place in the two different orbitals. Sorry, two different planes. Okay, next question is formal charges on different atoms in the Lewis structure of N3 minus. What is the question? N3 minus R. Okay. Option A minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. 0 plus 1 minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 0. Minus 1 1 0. So here answer to this question is A, B and C. Okay. So actually what you have to do, draw the all possible resonating structure. Okay. Then you can cross check A also possible, B also possible and C also possible. Understood? Another way to cross check it, fastest way is if you add D, see minus 1 plus 1, 0 and 0. But net charge should be how much? Minus 1. Okay. So here it is minus 2 plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 2 plus 1, minus 1. So the net charge should be at least equal to the given charge. So D option is not possible at all. Is it understood?